Hey everyone, Namaste, and welcome to the fifth episode of Yoga Shakti with me, Shailaja Menon. So, I hope you had a wonderful week and are looking forward to this episode. So, when you mention the name yoga, immediately what comes to mind is somebody twisted like a pretzel or standing on their heads. That is amazing flexibility or jaw dropping balance. But is yoga only that? What may come as a surprise to many of you is that strength is a huge component of yoga practice. Physical strength that eventually translates into mental and emotional strength and stability. So, as my teacher Manoj Kaimal constantly reminds, yoga is not just a shape, but it is the journey from shape to state. It begins with the shape of the body, but eventually it again is about a state of mind, an even state of mind, a balanced state of mind, a flexible state of mind, an equanimous state of mind, and ultimately, yes, a strong state of mind. So, in this episode, you've guessed it right, we're going to continue with a little bit of what we did in the previous episode, working on abdominal strength as well as upper body strength. So let's get started with the practice. All you will need is this strap to help you with some hamstring stretching. So again, I always say just use a towel, use a dupatta, right? If you don't have a strap, but it's good to just invest in straps and blocks. They really come handy. So just lie on your back. I always start with my left knee bent, yeah, because that allows you to get a deeper stretch along the back of your right leg. And then take the strap and just place it here along the balls of the right leg. Yeah, and then just keeping the leg straight and just feeling that release along the back of the right leg, the glutes, the hamstring, the back of the knees, the calves. Just feeling that whole back of your right leg gently open. And then from here, whenever you feel ready, just releasing the left heel down. Yeah. So what you must make sure that doesn't happen is that when you release the leg, don't allow the right leg to go back. Yeah. So maintain your grip, your tight grip on that right foot, even as you allow that left heel to go forward. That's the only way that you get that stretch here. Yeah. So just working here, just feeling that deep stretch and really enjoying your practice. Yeah, you have to really enjoy feeling your body open, feeling your body release. And then we're going to open the leg to the side to stretch the inner thigh muscles. So just releasing that right leg down to the right, just allowing it to open as much as it's comfortable, keeping your awareness along the inner thigh. And then ensuring that your left side doesn't lift up. So if you're not conscious, we might lift that left hip, left thigh all off the floor. So really grounding through that left side, left hip down, left thigh down, and then allowing that beautiful release along the right inner thigh. And then slowly inhale and lift the leg back up and release the leg. Right? So just working similarly on the other side. Strap through your left leg, just keep that left knee as straight as possible and try to draw that leg towards you. Yeah, so sometimes the tendency is for the shoulders to lift off. But try to keep the shoulders down and draw the leg towards you. Yeah, and then maintaining this position, you just try to release that right heel down. Right, so just keeping that awareness along the back of your left leg, the left glutes, the left hamstrings. Just feeling that whole area gently open. And then slowly open the leg to the side. So at home, when you practice, if you have time, you should try to hold each of these positions for a minute. Right? So here, because of lack of time, I'm just going through quite fast. But try to see if you can hold it for a minute. And then slowly inhale and lift the leg back up and release. Yeah, so we're going to go into abdominal work now. So if you remember, in the last episode, we worked with the knee bend. Yeah, so we came up this way, right? Exhale, knee bend, inhale and back. Exhale, rising up. Inhale and back. So we're doing the same thing, only thing your leg is straight, which is why we did that hamstring opening earlier. Exhale, rising up. Inhale and back. Exhale and up. Inhale and back. Exhale and up. Inhale and back. Right? So if you want to increase the intensity a little bit, you can try to keep that left leg off the floor as you move. Yeah, so as you inhale and exhale, rising up, the left leg comes off the floor. Yeah, and then inhale and go back. As you exhale, left leg comes off the floor. Inhale and go back. As you exhale, left leg comes off the floor. Inhale and go back. And then if you want to really work with very, very deep intensity, you can consider keeping the left leg continuously off the floor. Right? So I'm just going to do like 4 counts with the left leg off the floor. So as you inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Yeah, so note that my left leg is continuously off the floor. Exhale and release. Right? So do whatever you are ready for, right? Because many of you watching will be at different levels of practice. So I've just given you several levels that you can work with. So do whatever you feel ready for. Working on the other side. So again, I'm just going over several of the variations that we did. So this is the first one. Exhale with your right leg on the floor. Exhale and up. Inhale and back. Exhale and up. Inhale and back. And then now as you exhale, take your right leg up as well. Inhale and back. Exhale and up. Inhale and back. Exhale and up. Inhale and back. Right? And then now coming up with the right leg continuously off the floor. Yeah, and then slowly release and relax. Yeah, just keep your eyes closed, just focus on your breath. Just inhale and exhale, moving on to the next position. So just working here and trying to take the leg out to the side of your arm. Yeah, so earlier we took it straight up. Now we're taking it outside of your right arm. Yeah, and then going back. Right, so we just try this, just 3 rounds here. So as you exhale, rising up, inhale and back, exhale and up, inhale and back, exhale and up, inhale and back. And then the next 3 rounds, you try to lift your left leg off the floor as you come up. Inhale and back, and up, inhale and back, exhale and up, inhale and back. And now continuously with your left leg off the floor. Now working with the other side, so you can choose which of the variations you feel comfortable with. Just follow the general breathing. Inhale as your arms go back, exhale as you come up. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Now lift the right leg up. And the last few times, just moving with the right leg continuously off. And release. So just close your eyes, feel your abdominal muscles relax. Just using this time to connect to your body, connect to your breath. Just sensing your mind. Where is your mind? Again, is your mind speculating, judging, labeling? Right? Just noticing all of that. And just consciously working your mind towards your breath. To just stay with your breath, spend some time with your breath as you inhale and exhale. Moving into upper body strength. In the last episode, we worked on Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog position. And then from here, just taking a step back and moving the body into plank. I think you all are familiar with this. So just connecting back to the movement, exhale as you go into down dog. As you inhale, come into plank, right? Exhale, go into down dog. Just stay here, right? To increase the intensity, we work on holding. 2, 3. As you inhale, just coming into plank and holding well. Remember, push the floor away, engage your upper body, engage your abdominal muscles. And as you exhale, move back into down dog. Yeah, and then from here, you're just working a little bit on inhale and lift your leg up. And as you exhale, bend the knee and coming forward. Inhale, up, exhale, coming forward. Inhale, up, exhale, coming forward. Right? So, what is important here is to keep your upper back as well as your abdominal muscles fully engaged. Right? So, if they're not engaged, then the position as we move will look a little bit like this. Right? Everything will sink, the knee will be really low. So, the idea is as you engage your upper back and your abdominal muscles, then the knee will come really high over your elbows if you can. Right, so just working on the other side now, moving into down dog. Again, as you inhale, lift your left leg up. As you exhale, coming forward, push down, hold well. Inhale and lift. Exhale. And drop your knees down. Move your hips back into child pose. So continuing with another very common strength position called forearm plank. So just keep your forearms down and then take your legs back and lower your hips. So the same principles apply like in plank. Engage your upper body, engage your abdomen so that you're not sinking down like this. Yeah, so these are the common mistakes, like how we said, even in plank, that's what happens. So remember to hold well. Yeah, upper body engaged, abdomen engaged. Focus on your breath. Inhale and exhale. And slowly release. And make a cushion with your hands and relax. Okay, and then slowly rising up. Right, so from forearm plank, you can actually walk your feet in a little bit to come into a position called forearm down dog and just stay. Okay, slowly drop your knees down, move your hips back and child pose. Okay, so what is important in these positions is to make sure that your shoulders don't collapse, right? So suppose I go into forearm down dog and I have no awareness, then I will be going forward something like that, completely collapsed, right? So I have to hold well. I have to make sure my shoulders are engaged even as I move back. And then if you want to increase the load on your shoulders, you can bend your knees and walk in a bit. So as you walk in closer, the load increases, and that increases the intensity of the strength work that you're doing. Okay, slowly release and child pose. Okay, so like we did earlier between plank and forearm and down dog, similarly from the forearm we can do the same thing. So as you exhale, you can push back into down dog. As you inhale, you can come into plank. Exhale, push back into down dog. Inhale, move into plank. Exhale, push back into down dog. Inhale, move into plank. And if you want to increase the intensity, hold. Exhale and push back, hold. Inhale, come forward, hold. Okay, and then just lower down. Again, make a pillow with your hand. Just turn your cheek to one side and relax. Focus on your breath. Just watch your breath. If your breath is coming fast as you keep watching it, it will slowly come back to its normal pace. Become aware of your heartbeat. That would also have increased. So just watching, observing, understanding the whole process of swadhyaya, self study, is a continuous process. Okay, so once you get familiar with holding this forearm plank, we can work on variations, right? Like we did in the last episode with plank. So, side plank is a very common variation. So, to make it easier, you can keep your elbow and the upper arm kind of parallel to the edge of the mat. Yeah, so usually we would have kept it this way, but we can keep it this way. So, that makes it a slightly easier. And then you just try to lift up. Now if you can't lift up fully, you can keep one leg behind, yeah, like what I have done. And then you can just work here, inhale and exhale. So just doing like 5 rounds here. As you inhale, press on that foot, exhale and down. And then you can even take your arm over. That comes out like a very beautiful variation. You get a huge stretch along the whole right side of your body as well. So as you inhale, lift, just keep stretching. As you exhale, lower down. Inhale and lift, arching. Exhale and lower down. And last time, if you want to hold for a while to increase the intensity, you can do that. Yeah. Okay, slowly lower down. Now, if you get fairly comfortable with this, like I said, every position can be broken down into so many different levels of intensity. Yeah. So from here, if you're comfortable, you can work into what is the side plank, which is with both legs off. Right? You straighten that leg as well. Lift your arm up and stay. Yeah. Exhale and lower down. So you can repeat this whole thing on the other side as well. Right? So the first variation, you keep your leg behind you. So that will help you to get used to the lift. Yeah. So you can use your left hand as you inhale, lift up, exhale and down. So first couple of rounds, just getting used to this position. Inhale and lift, exhale and down. Right? So really feel your body open, stretch, exhale and down. Inhale and lift. And last time, just going up and holding. Okay, slowly lower down. And then we work on that side plank position where you keep your upper arm parallel to the edge of the mat. And then you lift up. So both the legs will be straight here. So you can go up here, you can straighten your leg, lift the arm up, look up. Okay, slowly lower down. So there are many variations in all of these positions, many different things that you can do and play with to increase the intensity and increase the strength of your body. So I'm just going to go through some of them here. So since I've given you many different levels of intensity, it's important that you work through them and increase, right, before going to the most intense kind of workout. So practice what is comfortable for you right now. So if you're comfortable here, you can just work on lifting your hips and lowering, lifting and lowering, lifting and lowering. And then you can do the same thing on the other side. So without actually touching the floor, just lifting and lowering your hips. Yeah. Just up, up, up. Yeah. And then finally, if you're feeling really good here, very strong, very stable, right, you can work on like a tree position where you try to bring that sole of your foot on your inner thigh. Yeah. So this is the position. Yeah. But you will be doing this in that half plank position. Yeah. So you lift up here and then you place that foot here. Then, if you feel good, lift your arm up, look up. Yeah, slowly lower down and then working on the other side. Right, so this is the position. So the sole of your left foot will be on your right inner thigh, and then so before you go up into that, just lifting up first into that side plank. Yeah, slowly lower down and coming up. Yeah, so just many variations for you to get used to practice. And remember that the key is regular practice, right? Nothing beats consistent practice. So even in the Yoga Sutras, Patanjali says, for any practice to get established in us, it has to have several qualities. One is Dirgha Kala, which is a long term practice. Nairantarya, which is continuous. Satkara, it has to be done with respect. And Asevita, it has to serve. Right? So these are the different qualities and elements that we bring into our practice to become established in us. So that yoga is more than just an exercise that we do once a week, but a living, breathing philosophy. Right? So until our next episode, namaste and thank you all. Keep practicing.